2025, first podcast of the year, kicking it off, Espresso with Vinny. I am the host, David Utter, and I'm the dog trainer, dog behaviorist, known as the Dog Father, and this is Vinny, and we're going to do a great show. We're going to go through the 6 main steps of how I communicate with dogs. So listen carefully, I go through them fast. So the first step is spatial relationship. If you want to get with the dog and know where their head is, it changes every time you shift into a room, a bed, a small car, a kitchen where there's food identified, it could be small as a crumb, a backyard, or going out to an area they don't identify as their home. And now it could be nervous, or it could be anxious, or it could be happy. It could be open spaces, shopping centers, it could be dog parks, it could be beaches, and it could be forests. How you train the dog is going to change according to where you are in your spatial relationship. Therefore, kitchen, crumb, dog moves into position with another little kid, could become competition if you don't have full control and respect out of the animal. Or another dog comes into competition with it. They could be best friends. Maybe they reach 1.5 years old and all of a sudden they care for the first time what the competition is over the crumb. It may be something you don't see. The first fight breaks out. They're starting to go into an adolescent stage towards maturity. So know your spatial relationship. Number 2, I would say body posture. So how I stand. If I start to move behind Vinny and go towards his tail and his butt, a lot of these good hunting breeds will start rotating with me, giving me eye contact, looking up at me. This is normal. If I continue to do this pace, they're going to look at me and say, you're pulling rank on me. You're moving into a vulnerable position behind my back, and that's undominant on top of a head. You'll see that at dog parks, dog beaches. In general, dogs that are playing dominant will size each other up. Yes, there's something called dominance. We're in 2025 now, guys. Cut the rest of the other woke crap, okay? We don't fall for it. We don't fall for all the YouTube versions and videos of give the cookie, okay? Follow me. Next, I only speak truth, and you know that. And I have so many clients that have contacted me from back east and said, David, we've gone through experiments with other dog trainers. Our dog is you're the only trainer that our dog has ever respected. So when you come back to the East Coast, train our dog, please. I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying to you. I don't go around trying to be a claim that I know everything. Dogs, I do know. Back to this. Number 3, neurological response. So neurological response is you're moving in on the dog and you're saying, okay, hey, I want your attention. It's a yes or a no in this simple stage. So a yes would be obviously relaxed dog. I'm calm, dog's calm, and I could be praising and I could be using different voice tones, which is number 4. Voice tone's going to go with my body language and the neural response. So I'm not going to be bending down, coddling, because that's showing weakness in the carnivore world. Yes, carnivore, to all you vegans with doubt and vegetarians, those are teeth, those are jaws made for tearing. Back molars are not flat, they're sharp. So carnivores like to move into rotation. People say, yeah, but they're omnivores and all that. Okay, so I got it. Sometimes they'll eat little algae and grass pieces and berries and avocados. Their main staple diet is to be a carnivore. Otherwise, their teeth would be designed differently. So that's my biological argument. The teeth show us who they are. Same with the GI tract. It's short. All right, so neurological response. Multitasking. You get these Malinois, you get these guys that are pretty damn smart and moving around, looking at different objects. You got to keep up with the neural response. So it's a yes, no. If you're really slow on the take and you eat too much packaged American food, you're going to be like, oh, okay. Oh, wait, it's too late. Too late. The minute that dog starts to twitch and move one direction, bam, I'm on it. You've got to have fast responses because they learn better that way. They also respect you. If you don't get respect out of the animal, it's like raising kids and raising dogs. I know I preach it all the time, but it's true. You will not get the respect out of the animal. So if you want the respect, you've got to be able to say immediately, damn, you gave me eye contact. Did you check? Good check, good check, good check, good check. Look at that eye contact. Good check, good check. Don't hunch down. Don't try to check your dog. Okay, dog comes up to you. If a dog can look up in a tree and find a bird and a squirrel, trust me, they can find you at 5'10" or 6'5". They'll look at your eyes. Dog looks at you. Good check, good check, good check. Voice, tone, harmonics, frequency, very intuitive. The math matches, okay? That's how it has to be on that stage, right? Next step is in the neurological response. You're trying to keep up with the dog or you're trying to outpace the dog. It's the latter. You want to outpace them. You want to get so quick at being able to say, good check, good check, good check, the eye contact, and they look at a squirrel and you're bam, like back and running, bam, check, good check, good check, good check. If you want to keep that dog going, whoa, I'm on top of my paws going, woo, this guy's quick. That's how you keep the neural response always in that position. Number 5 would be duration. I want to be burning this dog, this little Vinny, where he's got to keep up with me into the point where he's starting to get exhausted because now it's getting into his memory cells. I've got his attention. I'm actually conditioning him. So I want to make him feel like, listen, I got to be pushed and pushed and pushed. And if I'm pushed, I'm going to start respecting you, but I'm also going to start focusing on you. So therefore, I'm going to start taking it to longer term memory. So the duration is critical in part of showing you have leadership, exhausting them. Overexhaustion is flooding. We're not going there. So all of you who study psychology, save your comments on that one because I don't flood. I do work in cycles. Number 6 is tension of leash. So whenever I have connected to him, I'm assuming we're on a leash starting. Okay. This will obviously not be valid. We'll avoid this if we're going to off-leash training. But since most of us start with a leash tension, it cannot be a straight leash. It has to be loose with a bend to it. Why? Because the yes, again, the yes and the no must be very direct. Loose leash, collar's loose, dog is relaxed. I'm walking along. He's next to my side. I don't want him dragging behind me. Again, body positioning. Remember, I was talking about body positioning. I don't want them coming behind me either, okay? Maybe I'll tell them to drag behind me, or maybe I'll tell them to go ahead of me at certain points. But for most part, I want the dog's body right around my side and keep their shoulders in line with my knee and shoulder. If they start moving 3-4 inches ahead, again, neural response, voice response, body positioning, all has to apply immediately. If your dog is already 3-4 feet ahead of you and you're looking at their tail, you're way too slow. I'm sorry, get off the processed oils and the junk food. I know you can laugh at me, it doesn't exist, but trust me, I'm still moving fast for a good reason. I've survived all these years and not gotten killed. You must understand that the speed and the response and the loose leash are critical. Subconsciously, a lot of my clients, they tighten up that leash, and it's like equestrian. And for those of you who've done horseback riding, your coach yells at you when the reins start getting a little bit tight. 800-pound animal knows it. When your leg pressure gets a little tight because you're panicking, the horse feels your stress and starts to react. You want to slow down. You tell him to go faster. You're sending mixed signals. Same thing with the dog. Interval, pulse, rhythm, critical. Okay. So those are my 6 steps. Those are the secrets to communication. The 7th is dark matter, quantum physics. Everything that you see in front of you in 3D has a reflection behind it in quantum physics. We've actually gotten to the point where we can measure the photons and we can measure the protons, the electrons, and we know exactly how it goes from the quantum mirror coming into the 3D. For the first time, we've broken through this in physics. It's no longer a mystery. Your thoughts, as Albert Einstein used to say, came from somewhere. It is an existence of not just energy, but it's actually physics and communication. Therefore, if your thought is showing anxiety, do I really know what I'm doing? Do I need to step this up faster? Questioning, the dog feels it, you've failed the system. I don't care if you get the first 6 right, I discussed. Number 7 will cause a failure. If you are too motherly and cutesy and he looks too cute, you're not suited for being a parent. I hate to break the news to you, okay? You must listen to what I am telling you because your emotions kill the deal every time. If you're an obsessed person who says, oh my God, I miss my dog. Oh my God, I miss my dog. He's so freaking cute. I can't stand it. I'm away from where the dog senses you catering to them, that you mean the whole world. They will take advantage of you in most cases. Not all dogs, just most dogs. Most of you know me to be working with working dogs, and working dogs are very intuitive. They're primitive. Not that little guys won't do it either, but they're not going to take down a human or take down another dog easily, but they can still cause problems, still bite kids, still get litigation. So whether it's a big dog or small dog, I'm quite capable of training them. What I'm saying is people come to me with these big working dogs just because they're at the cusp of more of their genetics to be more assertive and more challenging and more dangerous. So make sure that your thoughts are always, I'm calm, I'm your friend, but I'm also your leader. I want you a part of my pack. I know how to be relaxed, but I also know how to be like quick and strike fast. So you have to have very good reflexes when you work with working dogs. if you want optimal results. A lot of you are going to say, hey, I've got a health problem, a health condition. So you may have to tone down your breed or find that, German Shepherd that would never make the police academy. It's just pet quality and it's lazy. So you may have some of those. Great to see everybody again. 2025, we're going to rock it. And Vinny here, Dogfather. Say goodbye, Vin. Say goodbye, Vinny. Say hello to the camera. Okay. All right. You want to know more about my dog training? Remember, always click, like, follow, and you can direct message me. You can email me, david@davidutter.com, and we'll talk. And you can always do Zoom. You can meet me in private lessons, and we'll learn more about dog training if you really want to dive into the 7 levels of my philosophy of dog training deep according to your breed and your personality. Have a great day.